What up, y'all? It's me, Machete Eddy. I'm back. You probably thought I was dead. Unfortunately, I'm still here. Um, Been absent for a while. Been pretty busy. So I've relocated from Little Rock to Mountain Magazine, Arkansas, which is the highest point in Arkansas. So I get to be the highest person in Arkansas every day. It's pretty cool. I stole that joke from Heath from the Heathen House. So anyway, new series, the 15 Figments of Fame. Basically like a vlog type thing is the idea. I know if you follow all my other shit, I tend to be scatterbrained, like this is my plan, and I don't really follow through with it. That's just the way my life is. I don't really plan things too thoroughly, but for this little series, I'm thinking just like a weekly vlog explaining my shows and stuff that I got coming up or whatever I got coming up. But heck yeah, good to see you guys again. Glad you're checking it out. Like I said, been pretty busy. So, Mountain Magazine, my girlfriend has got a kick-ass job here. Big old cabin. Got the studio in here. I planned on getting this little show rolling like 3 weeks ago, but it just didn't really get it ready to go in time, and a lot's happened since. So basically there was like the eclipse for one. So we were right in the path of the eclipse. It was like 3 weeks ago. So cool. Yeah, I think the eerie thing that I wasn't expecting was once the sun got blacked out or whatever, it got cold, like cold as shit. But it was like a minute of it. I don't know if whoever's seen an eclipse, you were there, I guess, but it was pretty cool. There was definitely an energy, and I dug it. And I was lucky to be where I was because basically the whole lodge has been sold out for months for this thing, and I had a free seat. It was awesome. But we did that, and then the following week I had a little run with Queen Anne's Revenge, which is basically a dueling pianos cover band, and we have a little run we do with the Flying Heart Brewery through Louisiana. It's a good paying gig, good fun, sweet, easy, chill gig. My buddy Justin runs that, and we definitely had a good time on that one. And I planned on having like an episode about the eclipse and moving, an episode about Queen Anne's Revenge run, an episode about all the other, this should be like the 4th episode, but instead I'm just cramming it all real quick, and I'll continue from here on out. But so yes, did that run, and then the following week I had my first show with severe head wound. So I have these shows actually on my YouTube channel, so be sure and check that out. If you're watching this on Facebook, go to my YouTube and check it out. And if you're watching this on YouTube, add me on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all the other bullshits. Yes, so back to the severe head wound. The last show at the Heathen House was Nephilim, Witch God, severe head wound, Pantheon. After the show, I was hanging with the Evans Bros from Severe Head Wound, and they mentioned me playing drums. It had been mentioned in the past before, but they mentioned it once again for this obituary show coming up. And I'm like, man, pretty sure I could learn that shit, So I put it off because I had the Queen Anne's run and all that stuff. I believe I had where'd we go? Memphis, I want to say, with Pantheon before that. So I've kind of been busy. So this was the week to really make my little cheat sheets and grind away at that set. So we did that, and that obituary show was sick as hell. I got some videos also, or I guess that's what I was talking about, on my YouTube, so be sure and check them out. Packed show, fucking incredible. I'm excited about the future with those guys. They're great people. So my two bands basically right now are Pantheon, Severe Head Wound, both of which have Jeremiah Baker on bass, which is he was like my only friend when I first moved to Little Rock, him and Brett, who's dead now. So I've known Baker for a long, long time. Great guy, and it's cool to be in 2 projects with him. So that show was sick, and we got some more cool stuff coming up. That was April 19th. So the next day was 420, and I had a show with my reggae band, Stiff Necked Fools, which is primarily my brother's band. He's the singer. He's wrote most of the songs, I guess. Normally my dad plays keys, but he's been locked up in this shitty ass prison for like 8 months up until yesterday. So we thought he was going to make the show, wasn't able to make the show, had a bunch of court bullshit. Basically been in there for false charges this whole time. Finally got him dropped. So he's out. That's fantastic. I'll be doing an interview with him, if not like 17, pretty fucking soon, because there's a lot to say about that situation, and he's just one crazy guy who has been through so many stories, or so many things. He has so many stories. If you followed the Hired Gun podcast, I had him on one episode, and that's just a taste of his stuff. I can think of so many things to talk about with him. So he's getting older, and with that crazy situation happening, as I was writing him back and forth, I'm like, yo, we got to do some podcast and tell your story before it's too late. So look forward to that. So yeah, the 420 show, Strange Brew, which is my favorite venue in Shreveport, Louisiana. Generally, if I'm coming through, that's where I book my stuff. So anyone from that area, yeah, Strange Brew, it's the place. I think I got a Pantheon show coming up June 2nd there, so that'll be fun. But yeah, this show was sick. I hadn't played with them in almost a year, I believe, or yeah, something like that. So it felt real good just to play the songs again, and it was a real fun show. I don't think there's too much footage of it, but we did get some good photos of it. So I guess it's somewhat documented, but that was cool. And so yeah, my dad's out now. That's fantastic. I just saw that on my brother's Facebook last night. So that's cool. Then the following weekend, we played Fayetteville. I was with Pantheon. And it was probably one of the worst shows I've ever played. I mean, we played pretty good. We felt like we played pretty fantastic. But there was like 3 other shows in town. Brat had a show. There was some other shows. I guess some of the venues are like free. Whatever the excuses were, there was like 4 people that paid. It was a fun show. The bands were cool. The people that paid were cool. We had fun. I've been enjoying just kind of getting out and playing shows more than normal. Not a great turnout, but a fun show in Fayetteville. And I believe we were heading back there with Pantheon. I don't remember the date there. But anyway, we should be heading back, and I'm sure it'll be better this time around. So yeah, that's why I should have been documenting all that shit. I planned on bringing my mixer, recording the show, having some cool footage. That's kind of the purpose of this, is just keeping track of all that I have going on. So, let's see, is there anything else? Not working at the Guitar Center anymore, so I was teaching drums for like 2 years. I wasn't sure how that was going to go. It ended up being like probably the best job I ever had. Developed a curriculum that I really feel like works. Just simplify. I don't have a great brain. I'm an artist. I don't have a good learning brain. I was terrible in school. Ever since first grade, I was like fucking making low grades. I even had to get tested in first grade, like, why can't this fucking dude make good grades? And they just said I had an audio memory problem. I remember however long ago that was. So I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm a little autistic or ADHD. I'm pretty sure I'm ADHD for sure. And whatever else, but I just can't learn shit. So I teach anyone the same way. Like I break it down in words. I do it physically. I have I'll draw it like kind of the best way I can. I just make it as simple as possible. Talk slow. Keep them chill. I always if I see them starting wig out, I'm like, deep breaths. Just simplify it in your head. It's easy, And I probably had like 70 students, not all at once, 30 something on average. Most of them would stay. They would just slowly taper off or whatever. But man, there were so many people I was proud of, and I just got so addicted to that first lesson of seeing someone that's just like, I don't really know why I'm here. My mom's making me do it. And then next thing you know, I got the bass out. We're playing a 4/4 measure. They're doing the drum fills. They're crashing on the one. They're doing the big long drum fill at the end. And they just end up thinking they're the coolest. That's another thing, too, is I try to make them feel like they're super cool. Like, dang, you're really picking this up, man. I've never seen somebody learn this fast or whatever. So I really enjoyed, watching these kids gain confidence. And it was really hard to step away from that job. But I was excited for the next chapter of being on the mountain. And I wasn't sure really, like, for a job what I was going to do. There are, like, little small town jobs that I might end up doing. But for now, I'm trying to continue teaching. I have some students in Little Rock. I'm trying to get some in Shreveport. I got one in Hot Springs. So if you're watching this, anyone from Shreveport to Little Rock and surrounding areas, if you're interested in some personal drum lessons, hit me up because I'm always driving back and forth. My kids live in Shreveport. We still got the house in Little Rock currently. I'm in 2 bands in Little Rock. So I'm pretty much making that circle every week or two. So I would love to do a personal lesson. It's helpful to you and you'll be helping me. So help me help you. Holla. Okay. I'm also going to be, while I'm in the studio and I don't have any gigs, working on like a digital drum lesson. So I plan on having maybe 5 or 6 30-minute lessons that I'll be selling. So anyone that's not local, that's interested in that, holla. Because I'm going to be working hard on that. And you'll be seeing that also coming up. But I think that's going to wrap it up for the most part. I was just trying to fill you in on what I had going on. I've probably said this twice already, but yeah, it was supposed to be an Eclipse episode and me moving. And then it was going to be me on the road with Queen Anne's Revenge and all these different shows. And then the weekend with Severe Head Wound and Obituary. And like I had all these episodes in mind. And I just, once I left, I didn't come back to the mountain, which had all my gear, my mixer and my tablet with my studio and all that stuff, all my mics and stuff. So I got a little behind, but if you're watching this, thank you very much. I appreciate you, mate. Check out my other YouTube videos, Machete Eddy Media on YouTube. I think if you just search Machete Eddy, it's pretty easy to find. There's a couple other things, but you can usually tell if it's me or the other guy. Add me on other socials, please, or don't. Honestly, I don't give too much of a shit, but just, watch the video. Make a comment. I think that's the most important thing. A comment would be the coolest thing for me. Give me something to engage. Yeah, be chat. Now, that's about all I have to say. Appreciate you guys for checking it out. 15 Figments of Fame. I'm going to try to stick to it weekly. We'll see what happens. I told you I got a big head with a little brain, but I'll use it the best I can. I'll see you guys next time. The fuck up. Shut up. What? Are you fucking... Pissing me off. Don't ever say that again. You fucking know better. Don't say that again. Or it'll be the last fucking time. I love you guys. Next time.